The superior sagittal sinus will come and attach here. That is the posterior bulged part of the sinus, and this is your straight sinus. So all this we have discussed in detail in the previous class itself. So now coming back to the cavernous sinus, I told you the extension is from the superior orbital fissure to the apex of the petrous temporal bone. Now, how actually it is formed? So we know as a rule, all the dural venous sinuses are present between the endosteal layer and the meningeal layer of dura mater. So this is also present between the endosteal layer and the meningeal layer of the dura mater. Now, the boundaries or the walls of the sinus, you are able to see this thin margin is the roof. So in this picture, you will be able to appreciate this thin roof, and this is the lateral wall. So the roof and the lateral wall is mainly formed by the meningeal layer of dura mater. Okay. Now, if you trace this roof dura mater, it is continuous with this dural sheet, that is nothing but your diaphragma sellae. Okay. So the diaphragma sellae. So medially the roof is actually continuous with the diaphragma sellae. It is again a meningeal fold of dura mater, which is pierced in center by the pituitary stalk. Okay. So as I told you, the roof and the lateral wall is mainly formed by the meningeal layer, whereas the medial wall and the floor, so the floor and the medial wall is formed by the endosteal layer of dura mater. The endosteal layer of the dura mater. So here you are able to see that is the thin roof, where the roof of the meningeal layer of the dura continuing as the lateral wall. Now the roof is actually pierced by two structures. Mainly in the posterior part, you can see this structure which is piercing the roof is the oculomotor nerve, and of course even the trochlear nerve pierces the roof. Now this happens where the attached border of the tentorium and the free border of the tentorium cross each other. So the attached border along the superior margin and apex of petrous temporal extending into the posterior clinoid process, whereas the free margin which forms the tentorial notch is attached to the anterior clinoid process. So the place where the attached and the free border is crossed, it is pierced by the oculomotor nerve. So oculomotor nerve pierces the roof, then continues on the lateral wall. Same way trochlear nerve also. Anteriorly, one structure is piercing and then coming above. That is your internal carotid artery. Okay, the internal carotid artery which is seen within the sinus. Now what happens is medial to the anterior clinoid process. Sometimes it will be forming a foramen that is called as the carotidoclinoid foramen, through which the internal carotid artery actually pierces the roof of the cavernous sinus, and then what happens is it is going to enter the brain before dividing into terminal branches as the anterior cerebral artery and the middle cerebral artery. Now coming to we have actually just now discussed about the situation